It's Friday, and that means it's 7:02 Unplugged.
He is a man on a mission with big dreams. He started off with Fill Up the Dome, then he went on to fill up Orlando Stadium, and then come the 2nd of December, his ambition is to fill up FNB Stadium. We'll be chatting to him in a short while. We're kickstarting with some music. We'll take your calls. The lines are open to you on 011-883-0702. And of course, you can watch his performance live on Facebook. Go onto the 702 page and watch it all happen in studio.
So nervous, I almost said good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show, thanks for having us. For those who don't know me, I go by the name of Cassper Nyovest. This one's titled Destiny. Shout out to the legendary Malika for allowing us to use the song. Yeah. It goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. My heart and love that I need, and you are my destiny. You are me. If you could just vibe with us, you know. Yeah. Look, I know you heard a lot of things about me. I mean, most of it is true. I'm an a-hole. I've hurt women, I'm kinda rude, but I ain't that broken. I got issues, but I've improved, really have. My big heart was bulletproof. I was under the impression that people just engineer love, but lately these are thoughts that I steer from. I lived a couple years without a teardrop. Look, I don't wanna die for love like Reaver's tear camp. I keep it safe, but you make me wanna risk it all. And I get a little sad when you miss my calls, and that's childish. I never act like this at all. I can't be catching feelings when there's so much other things involved. Like how my homies would react if I wifed you. You say my fans won't accept you, so I hide you. Hate that I have to lie to people and say I like you, and I know that it's deeper than that. And this is my truth. I love what's inside you way more than your pretty face. I don't usually go on dinner dates. I prefer to stay at home, but you got me doing different things, and I'm really loving this exchange. I just need you to be patient. I'm getting there, I'm working on all my trust issues and my pride, cause you're worth it. I'm learning about commitment and turning down all the curses. I know buying you gifts don't make me a better person. Sing. Wherever you are, in your car, at your crib. Yeah. You say. My soul. Just in my heart. Look, I've also heard a lot of things about you, and I know half of it is true. Don't you try and act innocent like you ain't done some wicked things, but I'm still here treating you like you were first, pretending that loving you can never hurt. Like I ain't bothered when you party with my enemies, but honestly I'm not as strong as I pretend to be. You know how homies be. We like acting all tough when we know that deep down this thing's affecting me. Looking for Cupid cause I think I got shot with an arrow. Love is risky so we choose to be safe and we settle, cause every secret can I tell you that turn into ammo. Loyalty is rare as an AK and Cassper collabo. It's crazy cause we broke up before I finished this. I know I never should have trusted that you innocent, cause now you out here leaving me for a businessman. How am I supposed to believe that you was genuine? I mean, does he open the door for you like I do? Do you think that he will risk it all for you like I do? Would he get on his knees and change your title? In simple terms, do you think that he would wife you? But maybe this is karma for my wrongs. I know I broke a lot of women's hearts before. I really think that we would prove my homies wrong, but they not, so we love and we learn. I used to think you are me. Yeah. The soul in the air that I breathe. My heart. Yeah, I am. You are me. My soul. The soul in the air. It's in my heart. My heart and the love that I need. And you are my destiny. Let me sing. One. You say I can feel it, I can can't imagine. Don't you dare, don't you dare, 'cause love will take you higher, baby. So can you feel the magic? Tell me if you can imagine. Don't you dare resist the power, 'cause love will take you higher, baby. So can you feel the magic? Tell me, magic. Don't you dare resist, don't you dare resist, 'cause love will take you higher, baby. Said, can you feel the magic? Tell me if you can imagine. 'Cause love, don't you dare resist. Love will take you higher, baby.
And high five to the team. Cassper, come over here. There's so much that people are already saying on the Facebook page. Lirato says, Mr. Philip. Eh?
Abuti Philip.
Abuti Philip.
Yeah.
There we go. Welcome.
Thank you.
So that's the song that you did with Gaupele.
Yeah.
Gaupele, as people say. Beautiful collaboration.
Thank you.
So how did it come about?
She was in the country, and it's funny because I've always wanted to work with her, and the intro to my album was written to one of her songs. So one of my friends were like, yo, do you know Whitfield is my cousin? I'm like, yo, it's crazy. I really want to work with her. And she was in the country. She was coming to Joburg the next day.
Yeah.
So then she came to Johannesburg, and she wanted to do something obviously African so that she could, connect with her South African fans, because she lives in LA. So I thought I didn't want to do something very typical. So I thought of using a very classic South African song, but also make it, blend it with what I was doing. So we chose the Destiny song, which is a song that was very close to my heart. So I don't like touching classics, but I think that we did it beautifully. And
you did. Absolutely. Congratulations on that one.
Thank you.
But now people are saying, why is he looking at the lyrics on the phone? And I asked you the same thing before we started.
This is out of my whole catalog. This is the one song I can't get in my mind, and I don't know why. I think it's because it's so close to my heart. It's a true story. So I get lost in the lyrics and I start thinking about the things that I'm saying. And then I forget that I'm actually supposed to be performing a song. So it's very difficult.
So it takes you to whatever was going on when you wrote those lyrics.
Yeah, so how we made this song was the first half of the song, I was still with this girl. And it was supposed to be just a beautiful song about how, I was in love with this girl, and it's secretly in love with this girl, and then she broke up with me and left me for another guy. And then the song had to change. So I literally played her the first verse, like, it's crazy that you're leaving me in the middle of this creation. And she like, you can still finish it, but I'm like, I need to be honest on the song. So then I told the whole story, and then we broke up, and then it's a beautiful song.
But your heart is healed, ne?
Yeah. I'm nice now. You know what I'm saying?
Now we're looking forward to the 2nd of December. But before we even get there with this ambition, with this hope and this dream that you have, it's technically been about 4 years. 4 years since the launch of your debut album.
Yeah, technically.
So it's
five.
Five. If we include 2013.
Yes.
And before that, of course, you were working to get to that level. But it's a meteoric rise. Can you believe all the things that have happened? You've got 4 albums so far, and you've just been like on average 1 album a year.
Yeah.
But on top of that, you just went straight to the top.
It doesn't feel like that for me. I mean, I guess that's what people might think, but it's been uphill for me, since the beginning, because I was in Joburg for 8 years before anything popped. I was in Joburg doing it every day. Like, I wasn't in Joburg at school I was in Joburg making music, trying to pop every single day for 8 years. So it didn't come that easy for me. So once it popped, I made sure that, I got a hold of it, and I'm going to milk it as much as I can and build a sustainable career. That's the other thing that people don't think about. The fact that I'm still mentioned amongst, top 3
5 years down the road, like, because South Africans only pay attention for 3 years, then they get tired and they move on to the next person. So it doesn't feel like that for me. It's just really been uphill. I'm scared of falling off, so I just keep working hard. I've got a great team, and we always just working.
Yes, I think you have to guard against that, because when you get to a particular level, you get consumed by whether or not you can still achieve greater and bigger and better. There is this trapping of success where you are fearful of becoming innovative or doing things differently because this is how far it's gotten you, and maybe we should just stick with it.
Yeah, I used to feel like that maybe with my second album, but with my third album, with this album, I felt like I took a risk and say, while these people are still listening to me, and while there's still hype, while people are going to run to this album and criticize it, let me make an album that I love, an album that I'm proud of. Even if it doesn't sell, I'll still know that, musically and the lyrics and the concept of the album was amazing. And funny enough, then it became my most well-received album. So I think as an artist, you really have to let go of fear and just keep trying new things and just be true to yourself.
Yeah, I said 4 albums and it's 3.
I didn't want to correct you.
Come on, you should have actually. And what's this thing of naming the albums after your siblings? Tsholofelo was the first one, and then you had Refilwe, now it's Tuto.
I'm very family orientated. Like, even in my stories documented how the reason why I named my first album Tsholofelo is because when I came to Joburg for like the last time, where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try this one more time. My little sister gave me like her carry money. She had $100, so I used that as transport money to come to Johannesburg. And I've always had that moment in mind, saying I need to make sure that wasn't for granted. You know what I'm saying? I'm still paying for it now.
She never lets you forget.
Yeah, she's going to the John Legend concert. It's like it's hectic.
Yeah.
So, but and then I was like, that's my series. Let me. And then the second album was self-titled. That was me, and that's can people switch off their phones?
Tell them.
And that's the sequence that we were born in. It's my little sister, then it's me, then Tuto is my elder sister. And the reason why I named it Tuto is because it's my most mature album, and my sister is very, very emotional. So this album is more emotional, it's more personal, and that's but the only other sibling I have would be my brother, my late brother. So my next album won't be named that. That'll probably be my last album.
Oh, so you're going to save it to that title for your last album, whenever that would be.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. So that is thinking way into the future.
You have to. If I didn't, I was telling my manager today, we were speaking about how much money we're spending on this stage and how much money we've spent on stages.
Yeah.
Ever since fill up the Dome. Up until this show, we've spent about 50 million on stages.
50?
Yeah, 15.
Oh, 15. On 3 stages. On the stage alone.
On 3
stages.
Yeah. And we're like, man, we wish we had that money to ourselves. And I said to him, if we didn't spend that money, if we did not invest in ourselves, we would be performing at a club tomorrow for 10,000 rand because, people wouldn't understand the value, of booking Cassper Nyovest or why he charges so much money.
How much do you charge?
It's a lot, but that's. But on the 2nd of December, I'm charging people $100 to come and see me at the stadium. So,
yes.
Yeah, so
only $100.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's go to Tebogo calling from Togoza. Tebogo, hi.
Cassper, hello.
Shabuze, that laugh, I'm scared of what this guy's gonna say.
Yo, Cassper.
Sure.
No, ke tebs of fish. Na batla felo
re tebs am rainbow. Yeah. Get late some pinch. Thanks, man.
The 2nd December, thanks for change a game in a crazy way. Just keep on doing it, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Blessed to have you, man.
Thank you, bro.
And we're back with Cassper Nyovest, originally hailing from Mahikeng, still goes there pretty regularly, even attends the legislature, whenever there is a sitting that's taking place for the province. So there is that connection. People are very proud of you in the Northwest.
Yeah. It's home.
Yeah.
And I love that place because as much as people can love me all over the world, I don't think they understand, my story as much as Batubako Khai. Like people know where I'm from. Like they know the house. They know my mom. They know the house. My grandmother used to sell cold drinks. So people literally know the inside of my grandmother's house.
Yeah.
So for them to walk in and see like a 4-room and then see this kid standing on 2 Bentleys in Joburg. It's like, it's possible. So I know that my story means a lot to my people. So whenever I go home, it's just really overwhelming when I think about where I'm from and just the fact that I could dream that big.
Yeah.
Chilling Gudi Tobani Mukoning and think, I could actually move the world. So I love the Northwest, my people. Yeah.
And you started young too. You were like, what, 12 or something when you started writing or rapping?
Yeah, I think I don't remember when I started writing really, but I think I started recording music when I was 11, 12. And by the age of 16, I already knew that I wanted to do it for the rest of my life.
To the point where you decided enough with high school. After you failed, moved to Potchefstroom with that discipline and order and a grandmother's roof. And then you literally just said, this is it. I've made up my mind.
Yeah, and
would you ever go back?
To
finish school? And maybe even study further?
I don't know. I really live according to what I feel. And if I ever felt like going back to school, I'd do it because then I'll have something that I would want to achieve. But at this present moment, I think my purpose is, fulfilled by inspiring people in different ways, and touching people's lives. And I think we're all different. And that's why I never tell people to look at my story and duplicate it. I just think, you need to draw inspiration from my story and tell yours and live your life. You know what I'm saying? Because some people might try and copy me and fail. Some people might not copy me and live miserable. Like, you never know what's going to happen. So I feel like people should just live according to their own rules. And
Well, one thing that you've managed to do really successfully is creating being the business. You are the business and creating
I'm
so
the
much.
business. Yo, thank you, man.
So instead of waiting and sitting there, record labels to recognize what it is that you want to do, what your vision is, you started your own company, Family Tree.
Yes.
And I think that's what has been a huge differentiator. Would you say that was the best thing that you did, especially in wealth creation?
Definitely. I think I was never going to be able to do half of the things I did because then I would have a team or a boss to bounce off ideas. Like, imagine going into, a big record label that has been running for years and say, yo, I need 3 million to do the Dome. And they're like, 3 million? Are you crazy? How much money are you going to make back? And I'm like, we're going to lose all the money. And they're like, okay, that does not make business sense. But I'm like, no, we're investing into, this and that. And it wouldn't have made sense. But now, because I'm my own boss and I've got a team, now we're able to take the risk and lose the money. And we know that we're not doing it just for money. We're trying to build something that's bigger than, just us. We're trying to leave the industry in a better place than we found it. So that's, one aspect of it. The other aspect of it is that just like freedom and also being able to provide for the people that I came up with. No one is a dictator of who my DJ should be or, you know what I'm saying? So I literally work with the people that I want to work with.
So your team are childhood friends or people that, as you say, that you came up with?
Yes, all people that I've known for at least more than 5 years. Well, at least more than like my career blossomed. And some of them I've known for 15 years. I've got members in my team that I've known for over 15 years. It's basically half of my life. So nobody's new except my photographer. We met him this year, but he was just too nice. We couldn't
say no to him.
He was like, yo, we need this little guy, man.
Let's go to Donald calling from Florida. Hi, Donald.
Hi, Donald.
Hi, please switch off your radio. You want to chat to Cassper?
Sure.
Is it Donald I deserve or Donald?
My brother, you've changed the game, and you've shown the business side of music and the power of marketing. And my brother, keep it up.
Thank you.
You're doing a fantastic work, and we'll be there on the 2nd to come and celebrate with you, and obviously to also contribute in ensuring that you build this brand up to make it the biggest in South Africa.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Not just South Africa, but the world, man. We're going for the world. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there you go. Donald, thank you. Yeah, that's what people are saying too. Hi.
Hi.
Yes, go ahead. Chat to Cassper.
Hey, Cassper, how are you, man?
I'm okay, brother. You?
I'm very good, man. I just wanted to say Man, you are an inspiration to a lot of us.
Wow.
We look up to you in so many different levels. Look, you did not change the hip-hop game. You changed the music industry as a whole. I don't want to lie. As a guy from Ekasi, we look up to you and we are very grateful to you, for you. I just want to wish you luck for everything.
Thank you,
and I got it to December. Skaba
Hemi, Sanja.
Listen,
Skaba forgive.
thanks a lot, Busiso. Here's one from Nemukula saying, we are busy in Venda organizing a bus to come to FNB Stadium just to support Mufasa. Saying that...
the Macheroni.
Yeah. Later on, coming back to say that... a hustler on another level, that you're a hustler on another level. You inspire him every single day. Keep on pushing. And Cassper has agreed to do his most recent single, Baby Girl. The video dropped 2 days ago?
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
So what do you think of how women are depicted in music videos? Because your audience is largely young, so do you think you have a responsibility as well, not just in the depiction, but in your lyrics as well?
Yeah, I think there is a lot of responsibility. At the same time, I feel like artists need to express themselves the way they want to. I'm not going to tell other people how to make music, you know what I'm saying? So, but I watch what I say, and I try and, not do the typical, you know what I'm saying? And even if you watch my music videos, most of my videos are not like girls, just like...
Baby Girl is out there.
Yeah, but that's like a dancehall tune.
Yes, I see Appleseed. And
yeah, that's why I shot it like that, because as an artist, I respect people's art. So I couldn't just shoot, a dance hall party without going to get Admiral and Jasid and going to get Teacher. Those are people who live there every week. So that's why I shot it like that. So, and we have fun with it. There's another version that people won't even see that's actually more hectic than that, So, but I try and run away from that because at the end of the day, I know how people, And the other thing is, with shooting this video, I call so many of my female celebrity friends, I want to shoot this video. And they're like, music video? Just because of what they think, it's going to look like.
Yes.
So, yeah. So I had
and
to
it was star-studded. Ricky Rick is in it.
Yeah.
Somizi.
Yeah.
We're very good friends with.
Yeah, very, very good friends.
Yeah, saw you in his show as well. So there is this closeness.
He's got a new song that he dropped yesterday. You should check it out.
Somizi.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back into the music game. He was supposed to be here today as well, but we decided to afford you the full hour.
Thank you.
And we cancelled on your buddy.
Nah, I'm sure he understands.
Of course he will. So you say that you draw a lot of inspiration from Cartoon Network.
Yes.
So what is the inspiration? Just give me a sense of how it inspires you.
First of all, it's very colorful, it's art altogether, and my logo, the first one, Cassper Nyovest, was taken from the Cartoon Network logo. If you look at it, it had the same letters, 7 at the bottom, 7 at the top, and I thought it was such a cool thing to play with. And Cassper, the friendly ghost, I saw it on Cartoon Network as well.
Yeah.
And also, I think animation is so genius. There's some animations where the characters don't talk, but the story grabs you so much, like Tom and Jerry. You could watch Tom and Jerry for 14 years every single day and they don't talk, and the same thing's gonna happen. The cat's chasing the mouse, but it doesn't get boring. So I think it's very genius. I think right now cartoons don't have the same level of genius as when we were coming up. So I think Cartoon Network was an amazing network when we were coming up.
Yeah, I had to kind of correct myself because I'm thinking of when I was coming up, and I know that's a different era. There was already Cartoon Network when you were coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuned in, I go by the name of Cassper Nyovest. We talking about fill up FNB Stadium on the 2nd of December. Get your tickets at CompuTicket. And it goes, that is something like Maluma, I'm flying out tomorrow. I'm flying out tomorrow. I'm going to America. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'ma tell him my stories. Tell him everything you taught me. Tell him everything you taught me. Tell him my stories. Tell him everything you taught me. Tell him everything you taught me. Ngone usebenza imali. Unobu phila ngamandla abantu. Ubambe inkunzi ubusuku nemini. And you say
usebenzela imali kunoba uphila ngamandla abantu ubamba inkunzi ubusuku nemini uphila kabi ngoba ugebengu malume I really love this song hey, and I'ma sing it every time I think of you. I think of you. And it's Malone. I really love this song. I really love this song. I'ma sing it every time I think of. It goes 1, 2, 3, and you say, "Come over 7 Mali. No pila amanda, and you say, "Hey, come over 7 Mali. No pila amanda, bantu. Ubamba inkunzi ubusuku nemini." And you say, "Uphila kabi ngoba ugebengu." 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 Uphila kabi ngoba ugebengu. Uphila kabi ngoba ugebengu. And you say, 1, 2, 3, help me out. Say, "Kungona usebenzela imali." Kunoba uphila ngamandla abantu ubamba inkunzi ubusuku nemini uphila kabi ngoba ugebengu sekungcono usebenzela imali ubamba inkunzi ubusuku nemini and you say uphila kabi ngoba ugebengu uphila kabi ngoba mama hey uphila kabi ngoba ugebengu uphila kabi ngoba ugebengu uphila kabi ngoba ugebengu uphila kabi ngoba ugebengu sekungcono usebenzela imali kunoba uphila ngamandla abantu ubamba inkunzi ubusuku nemini uphila kabi ngoba ugebengu sekungcono usebenzela imali ubamba inkunzi ubusuku nemini uphila kabi ngoba ugebengu 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 uphila kabi ngoba ugebengu
okay hey. And of course, big up to the Manyathela queens on this one. Gosh, how do you ensure that you keep surprising? That you keep bringing up these elements that will surprise your fans?
I'm a fan of music, and I make sure that I stay a fan.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way I could keep excited, because once I remain like the star, then, you know, it gets boring. Then I'm like, I don't even want to leave my house. I don't want no one to see me or whatever. So, like, I'm a fan of the music. So I try and make music with people that I grew up listening to, people, and I always challenge myself. I'm always like, how would a Manyathela Queens and Cassper song sound? And I don't want to go too far from what I do and also take them. So it's like a beautiful, you know, like clash of, you know, eras. Like even the song that I did with Tsepotola, Superman, that's my father and my grandmother's favorite artist. So I did a song, wrote it about my father, and then I featured his favorite artist and kept it a secret from him until I had to drop the song. So I always try and, you know, think of other ways of making music, because I don't just see myself as just a rapper. I'm a musician. And, you know, my musical director, Ali, always tells me, like, you're such an amazing musician. Like, and I'm like, okay, maybe that means I'm not lying to myself. So, I just keep challenging myself.
Yeah, and how does it feel? Because Refilo has already been, people call it a classic. They call it just timeless. Like 3 albums down, and already there's one that people deem to be the album.
Yeah. I think for me, Tuto is the most pressure I've ever gotten, because I've never had an album that's been loved so much immediately. You know, people are going back to Refilo and saying, actually, this was an amazing album. But like with Tuto, it's like immediate. Like it was the first time in my life I released a project and people are like, yeah, this is it. You know what I'm saying? So
I guess there are things that just come easier. The longer you do this, the more people follow you.
I think the more genuine you are as an artist, people can feel it. Because with this album, I really did not care. I thought, you know, if I had to be completely honest, I felt like there's a new breed of hip hop artists who've gotten in and people love them. So I'm not gonna compete with them. I'm just gonna make an album that I really love. Like I really didn't care. Even if I sold one copy, I really wouldn't care because I know that the album was such an amazing project. You know what I'm saying?
Let's take this quick call from Anele before we go back to the music. Anele? Hi.
Finally, a woman.
Okay, Anele, go ahead.
Oh my gosh, Cassper, you're my inspiration to sing. One day I want to be a singer, and I'm obviously going to be a singer because I inspire.
I love
like
that.
Every word from your mouth is an inspiration to me.
Thank you.
Oh, so powerful.
And I love the fact that you said you start by saying you're going, then you change your mind and said obviously. So it starts by you in your mind. You have to tell yourself and say I'm already. Actually, you can't say I'm going to be a singer. You have to say I am a singer. Even if you're 7, 6, doesn't matter how old you are. You are a singer. You are a president. You are an accountant. You are working towards it, but that's your purpose. So you just need to really believe it and work hard on it. You know, a lot of people want results, but they don't want to put in the work. So if you really want to sing, you need to be singing every single day and making sure that you improve every single day. So. And thank you so much for the compliments. I appreciate every single one of you calling in and saying so many great things about me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, look at him blushing. Let's get back to the music. There's Tito Mboweni and Baby Girl still to come. So we're doing Tito Mboweni?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So so there he is preparing, and make sure that you watch this performance live. You can do so on Facebook.
All right.
By going onto the 702 page, and I'm paying attention to your comments. Nkolokote says, big up King Mufasa. How are small businesses who wish to set up pop-ups at Philip FNB? How can we talk so that we are there to spread our brands at this historic event? We'll get him to answer your question after his performance.
Welcome to 702 Unplugged.
I can see you. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you standing wherever you are. If you're in a car, you need to turn up right now. We go, yeah, I'ma get it any type of way. If it's real, then you say it to my face. I'm tired of saying how the same every late. We do this for the yeah. Get up, let's go. See the shot. Let's go. See the shot. Get on my way. It's Friday. Let's go. See the shot. Get on my way. What up, G? That's for the get on my way. See the shot. Yo, shot. Happy y'all. I say young rich. I made myself a boss, me or sin simmer. I said you should see my life, biggest lit timbers. I used to talk, and now I'm talking 6 figures. About boy, I'm G with this. Yo, you should probably leave a girl if I'm seen with the. Oh, definitely, bitch, they step on us a D, cause I'm rich. Got a Betty, make you leave with the wings. Go! Jumpin'. Hey, yo, you know you rich and all your women put public. And all your women when you hold your hand in public. Hey, yo, that shit never fly. Like it's DJ Khaled, I'm a problem city. I'm a big one. Custom watches got a homie dancing with the wisdom. I've been DB and they love the boy like in my big jump. Started at the bottom, now we fisting on some lips. Said I'ma get it any type of hands up. You say it to my face. Man, I just said I'm late. We do this for the God. You know, let's go. See the shot. Let's go. It's a party. Let's go. See the shot. Let's go. Yo, get on my way. Yeah. You know, see the shot. Yeah. See the shot. Let's go. See the shot. Let's go. Yo, see the shot. I said, I'm the man, I'm legit. Just spent 10 on the crib. Yeah, I look like a superstar, I'm acting like it's lit, it's real, nigga, but tell everybody I'm a great first, and before me, used to hate man if you down. There you go. I'm hopping the Rari, to the foot to the floor. I'm rocking Versace, but I smell like the yo. Fuck, having my trans. Nigga, sing it along. I said, I'm a go getter, and it's no better. Singers, I'm the best. Go, pick up, take it, so set up, but it's still me. Every bro, better from a and a post settle to become the mother. Yeah. 1, 2, said I'm tired. I'ma get it any. On the 2nd of December, I'm telling you, it's gonna be 10 times better. 10 times better. Get your tickets right now. Fill up F&B Stadium. 1, 2, 3. City shot with the fire. City shot, where your wife? City shot. I said get your tickets now. 1, 2, you know where? What you say? You know, city shot. You know where? Yeah. City shot. You know where? What you say? City shot. You know where? What you say? City shot. Okay, it's real. Yeah. Oh boy, I'm too legit to quit. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh B gon' take it to the tip. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh B gon' take it to the tip. Yeah. I said, if you having fun, make some noise wherever you are. If you having fun, make some noise. Let's go. Say, if you having fun, make some. I need you to turn up. Go. If you having fun, make some. Okay, alright. Okay, I'll put your name and say I'm getting lit. Oh boy, I'm too legit to quit. Oh B gon' take it to the tip. Oh boy, I said I'm a squad legit. Now if you having fun, make some noise. If you having fun, make some noise. If you having fun, make some. On the 2nd of December, it's gonna be crazy. Get your tickets right now. Fill up F&B Stadium. Yeah. Squad.
Wow. Wow. You probably just became a beast right there.
It's the song.
It's like something happened to you. What happens to you?
It's that song, man.
Like there you were, like you were Refilo, your mother's son, so sweet.
And I was Mufasa.
Yeah.
I just tearing, yeah.
And then there's too legit to quit thing. It's like you have the song, and I'm thinking, okay, what you loved MC Hammer at a point?
Yeah.
And what? Okay.
He actually loved this album. He loved Tuto. He was tweeting about it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow. We'll talk about those plans. There was a question earlier on about how small businesses can be there as well. Maybe pop up food, merchandise. I don't know.
The thing about a stadium is that there's so many rules that we have no control over. It's not like you booked a hall and you allow people. So they have their own rules that we can't do. And even the security companies booked by them. It's so many rules. So we kind of just book the venue. We get in there. We do what we're allowed to do. So
within
I don't know
those restrictions.
Yeah. So we right. Yeah.
I see. So not possible at this particular venue.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. They would have to ask F&B Stadium.
Oh, I see. So anybody interested?
They'd have to ask the stadium, not us. It's not.
Okay.
It's not up to us.
Got you. So last year you surprised, not last year, but when we filled up Soweto Stadium, you surprised a lot of people with the kind of lineup. So any ideas who's going to be opening this time around? What are some of the touches that you're including? Because you invested heavily. You talked about 15 million rand investment in that stage, the kind of screens, the kind of overall concert experience that people got.
Yeah. I don't want to mess it up, but it's
want it to be a surprise.
It's Mufasa, you know what I'm saying? That's the theme of the show, Mufasa. Like, I don't want to mess it up for people, but it's the best show I've ever worked on in my life. Like the type of production that we coming up with. Sometimes I just play it and I sit in the studio and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I can't wait for people to experience it because what we've learned in the past 2 years is the reason why we're going to make such an amazing show. We've realized that it's not only about the songs or the stage, or it's everything, how you set it up, the lighting, the costumes. It's truly, like, in my opinion, it's not only the best show in Africa, it's going to be one of the best concerts people have ever seen in the world, period.
Which concert have you attended that you absolutely loved, that is right there, bar-wise?
I think seeing Kanye was crazy, just like from aesthetics. Like this.
Where?
At the Dome.
At the Dome, okay, the Castle Lights event.
And then I did the Dome, baby. You know what I'm saying? And it was just another world. I had never seen anything like that in my life, and the type of effort that they put in building this stage, and they take you to so many different worlds, and you inside the dome.
Multimedia.
Like there were 20 people who performed before Kanye, but when he got on, the whole venue kind of changed, and we were like in snow, we were in the mountains. You really felt like you were there, And then, but in terms of energy, Travis Scott is like the most amazing artist I've ever seen. Like, that was the first time in my life I was like, okay, he better than me. You know what I'm saying? In my whole life. I'm always watching people like, man, I could have smashed that.
Yeah.
But Travis made me feel like, okay, like, you know, I got my, you know, behind handed over me.
Right.
So like,
I want us to have enough time to do this last song.
Yeah.
The Baby Girl.
Yeah.
Beautiful video. Beautiful co-host.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She's amazing. Vanessa from Tanzania.
Gorgeous. Yeah. We don't have a lot of time, so I don't want to disappoint your fans because there's great anticipation about this.
Yeah.
So
we out at Zone 6 tonight for Ricky Rick, so make sure you come support.
Awesome. And you know this bromance has been going on for a while. So the 2nd of December, that's the big day. Cassper wants you to come along. He's filled up the dome. 20,000 people came through, sold out. Orlando Stadium, 40,000 seater capacity, sold out. This time around, FNB Stadium, 90,000 people need to show up. Only 100 Rand at the gate. Here he is with Baby Girl.
Go get your tickets at
It's Friday, and that means it's 702 Unplugged.
So with this one, we just gonna vibe out, you know what I'm saying? It's a nice summer song. Fill up FNB Stadium, get your tickets. And it goes little something like, we say, baby girl, you give me joy and excitement. I promise I'll never get tired. Even though I got a girl, you my side chick. I say, I call you my girl, never mind. I say, best of both worlds, you a hybrid. All your exes were a little short-sighted, cause they never ever saw the right thing. That's why I buy you Dior, never Nike. You really changed my mindset, cause I used to go for girls who were light-skinned. So when you drop it to the floor, girl, I like it. So when you drop it to the floor, girl, I like it. I like your pretty hair and your physique, baby. You're unique, baby. You're so complete, baby. Never conform. I swear you got it on. I always think about the first time you got it on. And you back up for me. I wanna tell you back up for me. Tell back with you weather, set up, living better. I can switch you 1, 2, 3, happy y'all. You say, I said me and this lady got a thing going on. Yeah. You keep it on the low, ain't nobody gotta know. You say, that's my baby, that's my baby, that's my baby girl. That's my baby girl. You say, that's my baby, that's my baby, that's my baby girl. That's my baby girl. You're my baby girl. You're my baby girl. I never wanna lose you, baby, never. I give you what you want, cause you precious. You are pretty African girl, you a bad one. Say pretty African girl, you a bad one. You deserve BBS diamonds, private jets if you wanna change the climate. Say when I'm with you, all my days are the brightest. Say when I'm with you, all my days. Sugar, sugar, how you get so fly? Sugar face and your hips don't lie. Sugar, sugar, how you get so fly? It's a pretty face and your hips don't lie. Your hips don't lie. Your hips don't lie. They ain't gon' break us up, but they still gon' try. They still gon' never conform. I swear you got it on. I always think I'm on the first.
Oh my goodness, we're out of time. The music video dropped like 2 days ago. Check it out. One of the singles from his latest album, Tudo. That is Cassper Nyovest. Mamu on Twitter says it's official. We're going to hashtag fill up FNB Stadium because she's been listening to Cassper, so inspired to be there. On the 2nd of December, it's one for the history books. Be there.